ahead of you seems to be the sounds of raucous laughter echoing through the stone corridor. As you sort of follow the voices, you emerge into an open courtyard filled with what appears to be an army encampment. Goblins lounge about, fight, and gamble amongst a cluster of striped, crooked tents. At the north end of the courtyard, the passage continues on, but is blocked by a spiked barricade guarded by 2 goblins. So there's loads of sort of goblins generally messing about, and some tents. At the far end, there is this spiked barricade, a couple of goblin guards, and they seem to sort of have a purpose about them, sort of a military bearing. And, what do you guys do?
Spiky Gate's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my old assignment.
Maybe we could ask nicely and they'll let us through.
You could ask nicely, you're very big.
That's possible, but not usually the most accommodating of folks.
I have that stick of dynamite.
Oh yeah, that too.
No.
There are a lot of tents here.
Yeah.
I have fire.
You have fire. I have dynamite. Fire and dynamite are
And I
really
have a
terrifying.
slingshot.
Slingshot is good because that means it won't be going off near
I have a
us.
slingshot. There we go.
Because if we did it near us, that'd be terrifying. But if we do it and throw it away, it's like nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I should probably get out of it. Get out of the slingshot before you
Yes.
throw dynamite.
You don't want to be with the dynamite in it. That would be bad.
Yeah.
I have fire.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Don't forget about that.
I'm going to crawl out back onto your shoulder.
Which tent do we like the least?
Which is the biggest.
Which tent... Actually, no. From the shoulder, I will clamber up onto Leaf if need be. Which tent looks the ugliest? Which is the least aesthetically pleasing?
Well, so no 2 tents match each other. One is rather big, though, and you can tell, sort of having a look at it, that it's a tent that sort of is covering some sort of cage or sort of structure that's a bit bigger than the other tents.
Point with my little arm stub. That one... You'll see that one, the colours clash horribly. That's the one we should blow up.
Nothing scarier than clashing colours. Let's get rid of that one.
Do I have any idea what would have been contained in there?
Give me a remembering whether this thing.
It's a 4.
4. So probably should have given you a difficulty before you rolled, but let's say that's a pass. So inside is a grow log, which is, for all intents and purposes, a hand the size of probably a small car, a smart car.
Okay.
Likes to wander around. Likes to flick things, mostly. Pick stuff up, throw things. It's a multi-purpose hand.
It's hands off the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boss has a
Fair
pet
point
hand.
there. Yeah.
There's a pet hand.
A hand?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I don't
Bit
have
bigger.
hands. I've got paws. Never mind.
I hold up a tiny little pseudopody-like hand.
I have hands.
Yeah, bigger than that.
Okay, like one of them. But those are really big? How
Yeah.
big are we talking?
You know the bird a little while back?
Yes?
Yeah, kind of like that, but wide.
Can you sing something? I need to calm down.
It's alright, it's in the cage.
Everybody calm down right now. There's no need to panic. We can all just calm down now.
As you finish your song,
I don't feel better.
Supple.
you notice that there is no longer laughter coming from the goblin encampment. And in fact, as you sort of peer upwards, you'll see sort of a row of bristling spears. As every goblin sort of has stood to attention facing the song. It appears you may have brought some attention to yourselves.
How did the calm down song make things worse?
This is the first time that's ever happened.
So, good news. I found this lot wandering around. I'm going to take them over to the other side of the camp where the prisoners usually go.
And,
Well,
says a rather official-looking goblin. The officialness is slightly marred by the fact that he seems to mostly be talking through his sock puppet. I think you know as well as I that prisoners must be taken to the Oubliette.
Oh, yeah. They're special prisoners, and this one won't fit. They just won't fit. No.
I'm allergic to Oubliette.
Where do you want the fire?
Hold on to it for the moment.
Right where it is right now.
Yeah. Don't hold it too close. Patting out slightly singed parts of fur.
Well, we can only take the cat to the Oubliette.
I don't go anywhere on my own. I have a heart condition.
Well, I mean, if anyone would like to join you there, then they're more than welcome.
What are the other options other than the Oubliette? That sounds pretty terrifying.
I suppose you could just leave the labyrinth.
Yeah, I can't do that as much as I would love to. Sounds
Right.
great.
Wait. I have an idea. We could all go to the Oubliette, but to do that, it's traditional where I'm from that we play a game of pass the parcel. And we all have to pass a specific item between us. And when I stop singing, we have to hold on to that item.
Oh, I like that game.
And I think, Sir Robin, you should start by passing the item you're holding that way.
I think you
towards.
I think you'd start by rolling a 5 or a 6.
let's go for it.
No!
No,
Such a
don't think-
shame. It's so
I
good.
don't think that was going to work.
He says, "Nice try."
I thought so.
Well, you got us. I suppose you better confiscate this from me. Actually,
Yeah,
way better switch on fire. Put them together.
We really should have reacted at some point during that entire exchange.
And then you can have that.
As you try and light the sort of stick, the fuse doesn't seem to light whatsoever. So you notice that the fuse at the bottom seems to have lit. And as you sort of turn it down, it seems to be going rather quickly.
I want to try and throw it.
You're trying to hot potato it.
Okay, as you let go, can everyone roll me a difficulty 4 check to sort of stay on their feet? If you have something that you think would help out.
5!
4.
5.
3!
Oh
Oh.
And goblins did pretty well as well.
Oh no.
I think this thing goes down. Boom! Everyone is like shaken. The whole sort of encampment is for a second filled with pink dust and smoke.
Run!
And
for the
we're
spiky
definitely
boy,
in
I guess.
an action scene at the moment. So at the moment, everything is just pink smoke. You can't see a thing. The goblins are a bit disorientated right now. What are you guys up to?
All right. I try and beckon everyone towards the barricade because I know way over it.
Okay. Is Mrs. Worm visible?
Aren't they still on your shoulder?
I think
Oh no.
she was blasted off into the smoke. So
I would
she's
like
somewhere.
to look for Mrs. Worm. That would be a thing I would like to do. I'm not good at looking.
Okay.
Can you give me a 5-up
Yeah.
difficulty check?
Yeah, I think I'm going to use my action to assist. Here we go. Hello!
Hello.
So that'll drop down to a 4.
Cool. Oh,
Oh.
Good
it's a
thing.
good thing you assisted.
Hello!
I'm going to pick up the worm and run towards this guy.
Okay. As Scrog approaches the barricade, they sort of
Oh, well,
look at.
can you give me a difficulty 3 check to find your way?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Smoke. You're good at
Yeah.
spotting.
yes.
Oh yeah, you could definitely take improve on that, but you got the test
Okay.
nonetheless. Yeah, you remember the way.
Yeah.
It's that way, and head that way. Yeah, so this thing is basically 100 planks of wood with sort of rusty spikes poking out in random directions out. Rather sort of, yeah, you have an affinity for spikes. You've seen a lot of them before. So yeah, what do you do?
Okay, I run up. I immediately do the secret knock. The concealed door in it opens.
I'm gonna need a 6 for that. Just
Yes.
a
Okay.
secret knock, but certainly worth a try.
Ah, 4.
Ah, look at it.
Oh no! It was the other secret knock.
I think as you knock, a door opens. Unfortunately, it's not in the gate before you, but in the ground beneath you. This trapdoor opens beneath you. You sort of Wile E. Coyote for about 3 seconds.
Oh, gravity is a thing.
And Leaf.
Oh no. Can I look down this hole? How deep does he fall?
So yeah, if you sort of peer down the hole, you'll hear sort of the clatter of armour sort of making its way down. And yeah, you can't see the bottom of the hole. Doesn't mean you know how deep it is. There's just a lot of sort of kinks and jutterings on the way down.
Ow!
I'm going to jump in the hole. Let's go in the hole.
Are we
So-
all there by this point?
So I think you guys you're finding each other just at the moment, but Leaf can jump into the hole. Sort of you splodge a little bit, but tuck yourself in. You sneak down.
Ow. Ow.
But,
Ow.
then Mrs. Worm and Sir Robin, as you sort of pick up Mrs. Worm, you look up, and looming over you is the shadow of a gigantic hand,
Oh no.
sort of disembodied. Yeah, so fingers the size of tree trunks, a body the size of a small car, and then sort of disconnected at the wrist. Seems to be looking at you with malevolent intent, if ever a hand could be said.
Did we see where these two went? That's the question.
Give me a listening and spotting check. Difficulty 4.
No
Nope.
idea. What is nearby in terms of things to run to is the other question.
There's the tents. There's the spiked barricade. And then there's the way you came, sort of the corridors.
A really dumb instinct. I think I'm going to try and jump onto the back of the hand with the thought that it can't get me if I'm on it.
It's quite hard to get to the back of
You
your...
can't grab the back of your own hand.
That's just physics.
That
Also-
checks out.
Yeah, also I'm good at jumping. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Doing it.
I'm going to say difficulty 5, but
But
you
I
have
get
your
advantage
yeah.
because, well, we don't call it advantage in this game.
improved.
Improved. Cool. No.
Oh
it does
no.
not work.
I think you sort of jump about halfway up, you grab a finger,
Mm-hmm.
and you sort of have a hold of this this finger as it's sort of flicking you around. What is Mrs. Worm up to?
Mrs. Worm... So it's kind of wall climbing. Can I hop off well, not hop it, clamber up up one of its fingers and see if I can spot any sign of leaf or.
Yeah, I think because you're
Yeah.
with Sir Robin,
Yeah.
you can sort of just yeah, and if you want to throw me a
Are you above the smoke cloud
difficulty
here?
4.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no.
like too smoky.
So the smoke is now sort of starting to dissipate, which reveals all the goblins, but the trapdoor has closed,
Oh
and there
dear.
is no sign of your friends.
Where did they go?
Um,
Still like shaking on the finger.
That's it then.
I think with the smoke sort of lifting, the hand is going to rear up like a horse and start to gallop into the labyrinth, sort of leaping over a wall and leading you,
We're stuck.
cantering away, just holding on for dear life, with little choice but to hold on or be
Screaming
flung.
and crying the whole way.
Meanwhile,
Whisper.
you seem to be falling for
Never did.
quite some time. But luckily, whenever you feel like you've fallen enough that you might actually start to hurt yourself, there's another jut in the dun, 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 dun. You land on the hard stone floor, which is better than what you land on, which is scratch.
I mean, you're a goblin
Ow.
thumbtack, like that's.
Where did you go? I can't understand what you're saying. I'm gonna stand up.
Thank you.
So I think like several parts of your armor are sort of lodged in Leaf's back, and most of the points that are left are now
Bent.
Oh.
as you sort of shuffle yourself upright in a very
I sort
Awkward.
of straighten my nose.
So yeah, you find yourself in a dark room. There's nothing but the panting of your breath and the beat of your heart. Cold stone meets every touch of the walls and floor. You are in an oubliette, a place where people and things are put to be forgotten.
I'm good at that.
Yeah,
Very
so dark stone walls. It is almost completely sort of pitch black. After a short amount of time, you will hear a little sort of click and a little clack coming from the corner of the room. Just very methodical every so often. Just a little simple click or clack.
Is that a clock?
What's a clock?
It tells you the time. Although,
Maybe.
why would you put it in a room where you couldn't see anything?
Hello.
You will sort of in reaction to the hello hear sort of a couple more click clacks in quick succession, and then it will stop, and the click, the clack
You still got the fire?
will continue again.
I've got the stick.
All right.
The fire went away.
Ah.
Oh.
Hold on to the stick.
Could come in useful.
Unlit torch. I go towards the sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, so as you sort of peer through the darkness, the sound appears to be coming from two skeletons.
Okay.
Each of which is playing drafts, placing a piece on the board, and then the other one will sort of think for some time and place a piece. They seem to be fairly in the middle of their game.
Long game. Long game.
Hello.
One of them sort of turns to face you, the one whose turn it isn't, and says, "Oh, not often we get visitors down here. What did you do?
Fell down a hole.
I forgot.
Yeah. We forgot what we did as well. But, you'll forget everything, given long enough down here.
Don't suppose among the things that you didn't forget was the way out of here,
Oh,
was it?
I don't really think there's a way out. It's not really a way out sort of place. And, there's a game of drafts. We've it's been quite some time that we've had someone else to play with. Oh, as the other skeleton places a piece, he starts thinking carefully about his next move, and the other skeleton goes, "Yes. It, scores 3,765 to 3,692. He's trying to catch up."
They've been going a while.
Oh yes, we've been here some time.
Huh. Well, is the chute that we both came down in order to be ejected into this room still visible?
If you sort of squint, you'll see that the ceiling is sort of completely whole and not with any holes. You will notice, sort of as your eyes acclimatise to the darkness, that there does seem to be sort of knickknacks around, sort of discarded, forgotten things. That sort of, so there's sort of a typewriter. There's some sort of circles of brass, a cloak, a jar, and other sort of miscellaneous
What's in the
items.
jar? I want to open the jar. Is there jam?
But, well, as you
Yeah.
Jam was one of the goals of this.
Yeah.
as you go to the jar, it does seem to be completely empty, with a hinged lid hanging forlornly open.
Oh. I'm going to keep the jar. Put some moss in it. Now a jar of moss.
Yeah, so you have a jar.
All right, so we have a jar. What else do we have?
Friendship.
Oh, thank you. Strokes with the sort of very rough hands.
With the bent points.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's got to be a hole up there somewhere.
Or a door.
Yeah.
I'm going to look
You're
for
good at
doors.
doors. You're good at
I'm
doors.
good at doors. I'll make a door.
Can you make a door?
I'll start pushing the wall trying to make a door.
Alright, do you want to give me a roll for pushing?
For making doors.
Can I assist him in any way?
You can also push, but I think it's more of a moral support type thing.
It was a 4. I should roll before you said a number.
You give a push. You give a big old push, but these walls don't seem to be turning. As you sort of step back from the wall, the back of your foot sort of steps on the typewriter, and you hear a short, sharp voice say, "Be it!"
What?
Hello?
You take your foot off the typewriter, and it doesn't appear to move at all.
I want to press some of the keys.
Yeah.
So as you press the S key, it'll say, "S it!"
It's like Bop It, but it's
Yeah.
Now, I know what I want to press next that might actually do something good, but Leaf wouldn't have thought of it.
Right.
Oh no!
Oh, I've just got that. Yeah.
So I'm going to press V.
Be it!
And Y.
Y it!
And T.
T it!
It talks.
That's amazing.
A.
A it!
I've got it,
Would
but
you
I'm
like
not
a
there and your
go?
character's too stupid. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay. W.
W it!
That's amazing. going along that line. X.
Exit! I think as
it's the thing, right?
as you press the X key on the typewriter, it starts to whir and tick and sort of make some rather worrying sounds.
I think I broke it.
You sort of take a step away, and it will start to vibrate and eventually explode.
Oh dear.
When it explodes, it leaves a hole in the side of the oubliette, and you find that you can see sort of sunlight through the wall, and have a way of escaping the oubliette.
It's a door.
I like doors.
Come on, let's go.
I really wish you pressed the key with the piece of punctuation that is just a dot. Just to hear it shout, "Stop it!"
Okay, with as party B
Yay.
is being sort of flung through the labyrinth. Let's see, what do you come across? Okay, yeah. So as this hand is sort of running, you're sort of holding on for dear life. It seems to sort of try and shake you off for a little bit.
I have an ability I'd like to invoke.
Ooh.
I
And
can
I
make
have-
something be my steed.
You can indeed.
Can I
Oh,
make this
I
hand
love
be
it.
my
Yeah.
steed?
I would
Love
like
it.
to assist with this as well.
How do you assist me?
I want to see what you're doing, and then I will try and assist you.
Okay. I would like to try and climb up onto the back of the hand while
Okay.
it's my steed.
Yeah.
And I would like to just go, whoa, down, come on, calm down, yeah.
Okay.
Are you on like the wrist part? If it's
I
like,
think
How
it'd
does
be
it go?
like
Like-
here.
oh, okay, like
It's
on the knuckles.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
my knuckles.
Yeah.
That's where I wanna be.
To assist with this, I would like to try and sing a calming song.
The calm song again.
Calm down!
It's going down. Hush, little hand, we've got a balm. For all your fears, you can be calm. There's no need to flurry around and about. 'Cause if you're with us, then we'll lead you out.
Who's this?
We also have a slingshot.
I am so sorry. That I thought this should be on silent. I'm just going to turn my entire phone off. That must have accidentally turned.
No worries, I'm
back
glad it missed
on.
the song.
Yeah.
That would have been sad.
Yeah, let's just turn the entire phone off. I'm so sorry. Must have accidentally turned sound back.
Pocket
No
dog.
worries.
Yeah.
About.
There's no way back on
There we go. Off.
filming.
I'm so sorry.
No worry.
So, you are definitely going to you're definitely going to succeed. What I'm going to make you roll for is how obedient the hand is.
Yeah.
Like how.
We do
Friendly.
also have a slingshot, and I might stretch it to make like rings
Oh,
around
wow.
one of the fingers.
Like a rudimentary.
Yeah, like a bridle.
Which finger would it go around?
Middle
One,
finger.
Yeah,
Like I'd be like sat here,
yeah.
like with it down the fingers. But yes.
So yeah, I'll give you improved on this
Yes.
because of your honourable trait.
Yeah.
And let's see what you get.
Four.
Four.
So it's gonna sort of follow
alright.
follow your commands, lets you ride it. It seems to like it. You work out that it was more scared than it was angry.
Aw.
Those goblins were keeping it in a cage. It didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, it wants to be free to run, to flick goblins,
Seems reasonable.
to pinch, to punch, to do all the things hands do. You know? Well, maybe not. Moving aside some of the things hands can do. But this hand sort of calms down and
Strike
As-
it on the
Aww.
So,
So here's the deal. How about I call you Handy, because I don't think you can speak. So, yeah, your name's Handy now. Handy. We need to find
just
a couple of things.
puts one thumb up. As
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. I pat the thumb. We need to find our friends, and we need to go to the Goblin King, and we need to find my courage, possibly her tea set, and a couple of other things. If you help, maybe we can get you freedom as well. How's that for a deal? And you're not going to roll over and squash me, because that's what my brain is telling me you're going to do.
It doesn't seem to answer that. And,
I'm going to take that as a no.
And sort of starts to gallop through the labyrinth. As it does so, it will sort of home in on where you two have finally sort of made your way out of the Oubliette into the stone walls section. And I think that whole escapade will have lost you guys an hour.
Yeah.
As,
How many hours are we on?
that was your first one lost. So you guys are doing well.
We're doing too badly.
Time passes strangely in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
And you guys are fully are together. And you will see, as you catch up with each other, that ahead of you is not a stone wall, but a hedge.
Ooh.
And, it appears as if you've made your way through the first quarter of the game, or the first fifth of the game, found your way to the hedge maze.
Ooh.
Ominous music. Dun dun dun.
Look, up a hedge.
Yeah, hang your head.
Thanks for watching our video. If you'd like to learn more, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. You can also like and subscribe to be told when we've released new videos.
Come join our band of privateers at Flintlocks and Fireballs, a British 5th edition D&D actual play podcast in the unique Napoleonic setting of Calcinia. Follow our halfling gundad, anachronistic rock star, and sugar-fueled child sorcerer as they sing original sea shanties, topple governments, haggle with hags, and weep bitter, bitter tears. New episodes every Tuesday.